Hey guys, welcome back to another cosplay tutorial video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made the neck armor for my Starfire cosplay. I highly recommend, if you didn't already watch my video on how to make the bracers, you do that ahead of time, because the gem that I made for the neck armor I made with the bracers, so I'm not going into that much detail on how I made the mold or the resin gem. But let's go ahead and dive into the neck armor. So after I had used muslin to do some draping to create my pattern for the neck armor, which was a fourth of the neck armor piece, I traced that out 4 times onto some 4mm EVA foam and cut all of that out. Then there was also like the actual neck collar, which I just kind of like measured with a tape measure and came up with a pattern for that. I would recommend doing that so it fits your neck right. And I traced that also onto the 4mm EVA foam and cut that out too. After that, I used contact cement to glue all of those pieces together for the 4 collar pieces, except I made sure I left one opening that would be on the back side, because that's how I'm going to be able to get the neck armor on and off. After that, since that EVA foam neck collar is basically going to be a base, it's a lot of measuring. So I measured a thin EVA foam dowel to go around the entire outer edge of the armor and cut that, and then I also traced with some additional seam allowance onto like a silver metallic fabric twice, because that's going to be your cover. Once you've cut all that out for fabric, you're going to want to go ahead and pin along all of the edges, except you're going to want to leave one end open of that silver fabric, so that way you're going to be able to turn it the right way, because you're going to be sewing it inside out, and then also to slide in your foam base piece. So you're going to go ahead and pin and sew that together. It's also really important to make sure you trim back most of the excess afterwards, otherwise it's going to make it kind of bulky along the edges of your neck armor. And then these steps for the silver fabric, you're going to do the exact same thing for that like actual like portion that goes around your neck that we cut, that long rectangle, so make sure you do that as well, because then you can just like sew all at once. But once those are all sewn together, you can go ahead and insert your foam pieces into the main neck portion and the actual collar. Now for that portion of foam dowel that you cut to be a trim around the edge of your collar, you're going to want to cut a slit down the middle of it, and then you can go ahead and use contact cement to glue the neck armor into that slit. Now that open end of your collar where the fabric is open, you're going to want to make sure you fold it over and sew that closed, so that way it's not an exposed open end anymore in terms of the fabric. Also do the same thing for the portion that goes around your neck as well. After that, I use a Loctite fabric glue because it's quite flexible to attach the neck portion to the collar portion. And keep in mind that will just take a little bit of time to actually cure before you walk away. Now that foam dowel as the trim needs to be painted, so I went ahead and put some painter's tape down on the fabric portions before I primed it with Flex Bond. Also, you might notice in the background our resin gems are curing. If you want to learn how to do that, you should go to the bracers video, because I did all of my gems during that time. And then now I'm airbrushing with a darker silver for that foam dowel after we primed it, so that way it's a darker shade from the fabric for the rest of the neck armor. You'll want to make sure it matches the outer trim of your bracers. And then just seal it with any varnish sealer. Obviously, once you're done painting, you just take off your painter's tape, but for the little gem, I needed a silver ring around it, so what I did was I took a pipe cleaner and some more of that silver fabric. The pipe cleaner was going to be the insert to help create a ring around, and then I glued that on also with Loctite, as well as the gem. I glued the gem on with Loctite as well. It's a really good adhesive for fabric that you need the area to still be flexible in. And then my last step was adding Velcro at the back opening, so that way I could open and close, put on the neck armor with ease. You could also use snaps. I guess in theory zippers. I just thought Velcro was easier, and that's how you do it. Thanks so much for watching this cosplay crafting tutorial. Sorry if it was a bit of a mess. If you want to see what we made actually with the finished cosplay, make sure to check the links in my description and let me know what your crafting questions are in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see what I'm crafting up next. Bye-bye!